Welcome back, everyone. The Iowa Rock and Roll Music Association is pleased to announce the Hall of Fame class of 2024 in St. Charles later this month. Joining me now is Ralph Klusman, president of the board of directors with Iowa Rock and Roll Music Association. Ralph, so happy to have you back on to talk about some significant achievements made to rock and roll from artists here in Iowa.
Well, you and I were just talking about kids before with the iRock Talent Contest, but this is one event where people really do spark up and they remember the things that were so really important to them when they were younger. It keeps you ageless. So this event that's happening in Arnold's Park right there in Lake Okoboji is going to start on August 31st, but we've actually added an extra day, August 30th. We're starting with a big concert in the roof garden featuring an internationally touring group known as the Everly Brothers Experience. And they've traveled all over the place. They're amazing. And we've got two of our Rock and Roll Hall of Fame All-Stars opening the show. Hilliard and Sullivan are going to open the show. But that night, Friday night, is going to be a big night. 7:30 is when the doors open. Tickets are online. Everything we talk about today for, not only that Friday, but for the weekend, if they go to Iowa Rock, letter N, roll.com, and they can click on the events page and they'll see tickets for Friday night. They'll see tickets for the actual big induction concert, which is going to be in the roof garden as well. That'll feature all the Hall of Fame inductees that get a chance to get up and play with their bands, or the individual artists, which we put together as an all-star band. So lots of really great fun going on over Labor Day weekend.
Lots of fun coming up, and there's still plenty of time to get out there because this, as you just mentioned, is coming up in a couple weeks. Ralph, tell us about, we just talked about the event, but tell us about who some of these inductees are going to be, if you can share that, and what kind of contributions they've made.
Every year, I think it's really important that we set the stage properly. I mean, Iowa is absolutely blessed. We have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, I'm not exaggerating, every year of new inductees coming in through our rock and roll website. If you go to Iowa Rock and Roll, click on nominate. If you're a band or an individual, you have to have somebody nominate you. But we literally see hundreds of new people every year. And this is our 27th year of being this association. And we've got a backlog of nominations, obviously, that we're constantly going back to try to figure out how we can get these people pulled forward into the Hall of Fame. But for example, this year I'm excited in the band category. I'll just read them off. Lake Patrol, really a big favorite out there. Johnny Trash, from where I'm at here in Dubuque, Iowa, is really been for 35 years or longer, has been such a mainstay for us. The Ozone Ramblers, Jason Reed and Kerosene, Ghost Ship, Labyrinth, 311, which by the way has I think 13 albums, and they travel the world. They've got $1 million sellers. A band called Cornfed and Sage. Those are the bands that we're inducting this year. And of course, all the information's on the website. The border band is going to be the Cartwright Brothers. They've been playing and entertaining audiences for decades. The out-of-state band category, I'm really excited. My good friend Joey Mullen, the last remaining member of Badfinger, is planning on showing up to accept their award along with his fellow bandmates who have since passed. But Badfinger has really been part of the soundtrack of our lives. They did Come and Get It, No Matter What, Day After Day, Baby Blue. They were signed by the Beatles. I mean, that's kind of a big deal, so he's super excited. And then in the individual category, we've got Dave Rowley, Len Wee, John Purdy, John Stepaniak, Matt Cox, Rich Kleinberg, Phil Kelly, Dave Ducharme Jones, Tina Mock, and Dan Sedjak. Awesome. These people are supremely talented. And I'm excited we got really two great radio people coming on, Tony Koloff and Rick Galusha. Music Store, North Star Music Supply with John Rembold. We've got the Lifetime Achievement Award going to Doug Dixon. We've got the other Matuzek Lifetime Achievement Award going to Gary Hetty Sr. And of course, we've got our Spirit Awards going to Jeff Poulter from the Capitol Theater in Burlington, Brian Farland, Wendy Hull, and the John Sen Legacy Award, which is named after our co-founder, goes to Diane Sanders out of Burlington, who has done so many wonderful things over the last decade or so to help promote the mission of the Iowa Rock and Roll Music Association, which is all about honoring achievements, educating youth, and inspiring artists. Without her and without all these people, we wouldn't be able to put on this wonderful celebration of what they've accomplished.
Awesome. Thank you, Ralph. Really appreciate you sharing all that with us. And for more information on all those names Ralph just mentioned, again, you can head to the Iowa Rock and Roll website. Thanks so much for joining us on Midday, Ralph.
Thank you for having me.